Welcome back to the Success Train with Joshua Sevier. If you're watching these videos, it's because you're on your way to become a sales professional or professional leader. And I ask that fee for watching this video would be share it with one other person so we can all grow together. And today I want to talk to you about perfect practice makes perfect. What does that mean? And then I'm going to give you 4 ways that you can develop a perfect practice makes perfect culture within your team or organization. Now I know what you're saying. Perfection is unattainable. And you're absolutely right. And Vince Lombardi says it best as he says, perfection is not attainable, but if we chase perfection, we can catch excellence. And all of you are working now to catch excellence as you listen and watch this video. And what that quote means to me is that it's saying, I'm always going to make mistakes. However, am I making less mistakes than I made yesterday? And are the mistakes new mistakes? For new mistakes mean that I'm creating, developing, and growing. And if you're doing those 3 things every day, you're going to find success. Now, perfect practice makes perfect. What it means is to practice, drill, rehearse, and role play in the most realistic conditions possible. And I believe our military does it best as leaders work to create the toughest and most realistic conditions and environment possible to train in, which in turn leads to the most capable and ready force possible. So that's what it means. And when you're going to create this culture of perfect practice makes perfect, explain to your team or your organization why it matters to them, the benefit that they will take from it. Is if you get their buy-in, then you'll have max participation and max effort. And that's so important in this area. So here's 4 ways that you can create that culture. The first one I call go live drills. And this is where your experience as a professional leader matters most. Think of all the scenarios and situations that you have been through or have heard of. Write them out. And then create those scenarios and role play them with your team, with people in your organization. Now, I've heard some people tell me that I can't perform the task during practice, or I can't perform the task with other people listening or watching me. And just self-evaluate, because it probably means you can't perform the task at all. And that'll be something you can look at within yourself or within your team. Now, role play through this scenario. Just be aware, leaders, do not allow your sales professionals to break character. Make them stay in character until the scenario is complete. And yes, it's going to be a little embarrassing and they're not going to be used to it. They'll be uncomfortable. But as they become more comfortable with it, they'll become more confident. As their confidence increases, so will their success. The second one is create practice and mentor partners within your team, between junior and senior sales professionals. Have them practice daily between 10 and 15 minutes, whatever topic that they think is important to them. It does 3 things, right? It helps them master their skill set, it encourages accountability, and it begins to develop leaders. So again, explain to them why those things are important to them, and you'll get max effort. The third one is write out basic and advanced knowledge you expect your sales professionals to know, and then quiz and drill them on it. An example of what I use with my team is I'll say, Johnny, this just happened. What's the next 2 things that you do? All right, you just found out this. What's the next thing you would immediately do? All right, you were unable to do this. What's the next 2 things that you would do? It creates processes. It takes some of the thinking out of it because they know automatically that things need to get done. And lastly is create written tests and quizzes and practical exercises and give them out monthly or at your quarterly meetings, whenever you see fit. Have them do practical exercises in front of the rest of the team. You can grade them on them. You can create a competition between each other because competition breeds excellence. And think about this, my professional leaders. If your team is not chasing excellence or is not chasing perfection, then you probably haven't explained the importance of it to them. Again, explain to them why this is important. Why should we train as realistic as possible? What is the benefit to them? And you'll get their buy-in, and then you get max effort and max participation. So perfect practice makes perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. Go out there and practice perfectly and go get your excellence. So I hope you learned something today. I hope you encouraged by what's going on out there within your team. Stay focused and go get it. Thank you.